Hello and welcome. Before we dive into our reading today, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. In my previous video, I made an announcement that the Oracle deck that I authored, the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, along with some other projects I've been working on, have been picked up for global distribution through my publisher, Muse Oracle Press. And the response from you all, the love, the support, the celebration has just been overwhelming in the best possible way. So thank you, truly, for all of the support. It really means the world. And if you missed the video where that announcement was, I will link it above in a card here for you, so you can go check that out if you're curious. It's just the first few minutes of that video that's linked there. But this is a reminder that if you haven't already entered the giveaway that I'm doing to celebrate this amazing milestone, be sure to do so now. The link to enter to win a private oracle reading for abundance from me is in the link in the description below. Entering is simple. You just enter with your email and your name, and that's it. And if you check your email right after you enter, there's some special secret instructions for how to increase your chance of winning. I would love to get the chance to channel guidance just for you, to help you get to your money manifestations faster, move through any blocks you have, or answer any questions you have about wealth, career, and success. So go enter now. I would love to get to potentially do this reading for you. And also remember to go grab your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before stock runs out if you've had your eye on it, or you want to be able to do your own oracle readings for abundance and prosperity. That's what this deck is for. And thanks to this publishing deal, the production cost and therefore retail price of the deck is the lowest it has ever been. So go grab one as a gift to yourself or to a loved one, because once we enter into pre-sale officially and we're no longer selling these decks through my site, then the only way to get the deck will be to pre-order and wait for pre-order to ship, which is I think going to happen in June, maybe later of this year. So don't wait. I also have a really special exclusive opportunity for people who have purchased the deck by March that I'll be sharing more here and on my email list later. So definitely go grab it if it feels aligned, if it's been calling to you. Now's the time. Again, the link to grab the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck is also in the description below, as well as in the pinned comments. So again, thank you so much for the comments, the emails, the love, the support. It really makes what I do here, these readings, my Oracle deck, all of the work that I do in the more mentoring side of my business, it makes it all so much more rewarding to know how much this all resonates with you and how much you're excited to see this work that we're doing here grow. Because this isn't just my journey, this is our journey. This is a whole movement that we're creating to create an entire new paradigm around wealth that's more spiritually led, more soul aligned, more positive, more nurturing. Because as we all become more empowered and in our power individually around money, the more we all benefit as a collective. So with all of that being said, let's dive into our reading today. We're going to see what guidance the universe has for you to increase your money magnetism. All right, so like I just said in the intro, today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what guidance the universe has for you so that you can become irresistible to money and attract more of it into your life. So really how you become like this money magnet. So this is a timeless reading. So anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this message. I always use the cards to channel messages directly from source and the spirit guides, deities, and collective that I work with. So this will be exactly what you need to hear right now. Now, remember, as we dive into your reading together, that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the decks here that I have for you to pick from today. This is the deck that I mentioned in the announcement at the beginning of this video that we signed that big publishing deal for. If you want, you can head back to the intro to check out that announcement and make sure you enter to win the big giveaway that I'm doing to celebrate. So with all that being said, let's run through the piles. We're going to run through their crystals. So if you like to pick with crystal, then you can get that clarity here, and then we'll dive into your readings. So we have deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. For deck 1, we have Dalmatian Jasper. So give you a look at that stone, if I can get it to focus. There we go. So if you are drawn to deck 1, this is what your stone looks like. I swear, every time I go into my local crystal shop, they always have new crystals that I'm like, I've never even heard of it. And then I research it, and I play with it, and I work with it, and they're so powerful, and I love finding new ones. All right, this is deck 2 crystal. This is Argonite. So that's Argonite, that's deck 2 crystal if you're drawn to that. And deck 3's crystal is just tumbled citrine. I've always had in the past really orangey citrine, so I was really excited to find this really pretty yellow citrine. So that's what that stone looks like. We will be incorporating all of the decks into each of the readings, and I will, as always, list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings if more than one pile is calling to you. That just means that there's guidance for you in each of those readings. So go ahead and pause the video if you like, take however long you need to choose, and then go ahead and click the timestamps below in the description. I'll also put them in the pinned comment for you, and you can jump to whichever deck or decks you are called to, and I will see you in your reading. Hello. Deck number 1, you picked the Greenwich Oracle deck here and the Dalmatian Jasper crystal. This is going to be such a powerful reading. We're going to see what guidance the universe has to help you become more irresistible or magnetic to money. So this might be what energies you can embody, what blocks you can work on removing, what actions you can take, maybe affirmations or practices or journaling prompts for you. We'll see what comes up. A very quick reminder before we dive in that I do not offer private readings to anyone outside of the Wealth Vibe membership, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and asking for payment for readings. The only exception right now for where I offer private readings outside of the membership is the free giveaway that I'm currently doing to celebrate the big publishing deal that we just signed for the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. So if you want to enter to win that free private reading with me or grab a copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before stock runs out, the links are in the description and in the pinned comment below. With all that being said, let's get into your reading. You're going to move your crystal light and we're just going to start shuffling. We're going to see what energy can deck number 1 embody, what can they do, what blocks can they work through, what do they need to hear, what does deck 1 need to hear to become more irresistible or magnetic to money. I feel like there's at least one more card I want to find for you in here. It's calling me. Already I'm feeling a little self-doubt, deck 1. A little self-doubt that you can be just irresistible to money, that it can just flow to you so easily, that of course it gets to be that easy for you. I almost get the sense like there might be this belief you have that, we haven't even pulled a card yet, but this energy is coming through, this belief that it gets to be easy for other people, but not for you, because those people maybe were born lucky, or they're smarter or prettier, or they do better on camera, or they have a big social media following and you don't, or whatever reason or form it takes. The universe is saying that's what's got to go first and foremost. Okay, deck 1, that's what's got to go. Is it has to be the you have to be letting go of that story that it doesn't get to be easy for you. Money doesn't get to be easy and magnetic for you. And that's a subtle story. I can tell you personally, I've had that story actually pop up in deeper ways recently that I've had to clear myself. And we always find different and deeper layers of things that we heal, right? And that's just something that the universe wants me to offer to you. So let's dive into what we've pulled for you. We have refinement with Dahlia, and we have purification with Snapdragon. So these cards right here, just to start us off, I'm already seeing that for you, there needs to be a little bit of a lightening up. A little bit of a lightening up around, not so much around money, but around the work you do. So the more you can lighten up, let me make sure my camera's in focus here. The more you can lighten up on what you're doing and not take your work or your job or your business so seriously, the more magnetic you're going to be to money. This is part of this purification, right? I'm also getting purification rituals or practices, even if it's just regularly cleansing your energy or pulling your energy back or releasing others' energy, especially if you're someone who is an empath or very sensitive to energies. Just taking care of that energy, because other people's energy can easily muddy your energy, right? And make you less magnetic because you're not being pure in your energy, your unique frequency or magnetism for money, right? So releasing other people's stories around money, especially the people close to you, like your friends or your family, even maybe your coworkers or your industry, but really releasing those stories that other people say about either about money or work or what is possible for you in your career or financially or anything like that. Like, release those things. Those aren't, the more you hold on to those things, my guides are saying, the less space you have for welcoming and abundance, and the less attractive you are to money. It's just kind of like the brutal truth. Universe is also saying with our refinement card here to make sure that you're really kind of deepening into your craft or whatever it is that you do to call in money into your life. So really becoming a master of it. This is something actually we talk about, the frequency of mastery, which is my word of the year this year. So I resonate quite a bit with this card, but the frequency of mastery, especially around money, that's something we talk about in my Absolute Abundance transmissions, which I'll put the link for that below in case you're interested to look into that more. But really, you want to make sure that you're kind of being lighthearted about what you do and also not letting other people's stories around money or success or what's possible muddy your energy. Like, let those go. Those do not belong to you. Do not hold the projections. Let them bounce off of you. And have fun in your business. But as you're having fun, like, dive deeper into your craft, whether it's your business, your career, your 9-to-5 job, your investments, whatever it is. Like, how can you have fun and dive deep, right? And master it more. A lot of times we kind of see like mastering our work or refining our work as like arduous and difficult and draining. And it's like the universe is like, it doesn't have to be. The more you can have fun really playing as you more deeply embrace and master what it is that you do to make money. Maybe you study a little bit more about it. Maybe you take an extra certification program, you do some extra classes outside of work, or you just study things even on YouTube. There's so many tutorials and resources for a lot of different things out there. But the more you can deepen your craft or deepen in an area that complements your craft or would allow you to grow or do something different with it, as long as you're just really having fun, staying in your lane, folks, have your eye on the prize, not worrying about what others say, and having fun deepening into your craft, you're going to be so much more magnetic to money. I can also tell you, this is just me speaking and not the universe for this little bit. As an entrepreneur, as someone who's built a multiple 6-figure business from the ground up over the last 5 years, as someone who has helped hundreds or thousands of other people do that at this point, I will tell you that you are the most magnetic to others, to people who want to pay you, whether it's people in business, right? Clients, or potential employers, because I've hired team members as well. You are the most magnetic to the people who can pay you when you're having fun, truly, when you've let go of the desperation or the, obsession of making money. That's when you become the most magnetic and fun. So that's the universe saying these are the two things to start with. We're going to see we have a couple more cards here for you. These are the two things to start with to really focus on in order to become more magnetic to money. Okay, we also have fertility, which is watermelon, and we have luck, which actually came up in our reading, our last reading that we did. So I wonder if those of you who came to this deck from our last video on this channel where luck came up, this same card, let me know. Curious if this is a kind of through line for you. The universe is saying that this is how it's coming across for me, is that this is just kind of what's on the other side of these, of you focusing on clearing your energy, having fun, going deeper into things. The rewards that are available to you are like this fruitful, fertile ground, or career or business ground for making money. A lot of abundance, a lot of the seeds you're planting will start to take fruit. I get the sense, again, and this might tie into that guidance that was coming through as I was shuffling, that you have that story of it can't be easier for me because you've maybe been trying to make more money or just have money be easy and effortless and like chasing you and attracted to you for years is what I'm getting. So maybe you've been in business for years and just not ever hit the results you want to hit. Maybe you've been in your career and trying to get that promotion or trying to climb the ladder and just not being able to land those things no matter how hard you try. And so because you've tried so hard, you're like, I've tried so hard, how could it possibly be easy? But the universe is saying, what's going to make all the hard work you've done worth it? What's going to make the seeds you have planted sprout? What's going to create this fertile ground for things to take root and grow from is going to be having this lightheartedness. Is actually, you've been making it too hard. Okay? So once you do that and you start to really have fun and let go, like surrender a little bit, let loose. It's probably another reading we're going to have to do in the near future here, is how to actually surrender around money, because that's a whole other thing. But the more you can let go a little bit, just have fun with what you do, play, deepen into it, things are going to start to sprout and you're going to be like, oh my God, I was trying to force it for so long and I can't believe it actually just kind of happened when I stopped trying to make it happen, right? You'll also just start to feel like you're so incredibly lucky. You're going to kind of pinch yourself and be like, whoa, how did I get here? I almost feel like you're going to move so quickly toward a really big milestone or next level of abundance or income, that you'll just feel incredibly lucky, and people will look at you and say, wow, that person's so lucky. But it's not necessarily luck. It's that you cleaned up your energy. It's that you had fun and became magnetic to others and to money, right? Like the universe is saying, deck one, we're going to pull from the Wealthy Woman Oracle in a second, but the universe is saying, you've done enough of the hard work. Now the work for you is actually letting it be fun and deepening into the things that really excite you about your business or your career or whatever it is you do to make money. You've done enough hard work, so this is your permission slip to let go and just enjoy what you do. And if you don't enjoy what you do, find aspects of it that you enjoy, or look for a different career that allows you to enjoy what you do, right? Like just start playing with that concept of how do I have fun? How do I love what I do? How do I just play and deepen into whatever it is that I want to master? You're going to start to see so much shift. And that's the work now. And I get the sense it's actually going to be harder for you than working hard, because you're used to working hard. That's comfortable. That's familiar. Maybe you're a little bit of a workaholic or you're burned out, but you have that belief of like, I have to work so hard to make money. It's like that belief has to go. The belief that it can't be easy for you has to go. Just prioritizing having fun and all of that is going to help those beliefs just lessen and loosen their grip and kind of float away. But you have to, like, that's the work now. The work for you, your homework, your assignment, your only job is to have fun deepening into what you're doing. That's it. That's like the missing piece for you right now. Deck one. All right, let's see what else. We might get some guidance on how. This is our Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. I want to see some guidance on how deck one can deepen into having fun. How can deck one have more fun? Refine what they do. How can they do that? Okay, so we have the key holder card. The key holder card, my loves, means you have all the answers within you. So tuning into your intuition, what's what's the thing that you enjoy the most about what you do? And so that's a good journaling prompt. What's the thing that you enjoy most about what you do? That's what you're going to want to kind of deepen into and play with. But also, what is the next step, whether it's internally or externally, strategically or energetically, but what is the next step that you kind of know you need to take, but you're not taking in your career, in your business, in whatever, even if it's just around your finances, like, creating a budget or putting some money in savings or whatever it is for you, right? Like what do you just know kind of intuitively you need to do, but you're not doing it. You're kind of sticking your head in the sand around it, or you are, or you're just kind of like lying to yourself and being like, I'm not going to think about that. That's what you need to do in order to become more magnetic to money. And I'm getting the sense that that's going to naturally be something that's more playful, more fun, or at least helps facilitate having more fun and deepening into your craft. We also have Eon of Excess. So I'm getting two messages here. The messages are, first of all, that you already have so much in your life, but it may or may not be money. And the universe is saying, look at how much you already have. Also, look at how much you've already accomplished. Look at how far you've come. It's really easy to look at some arbitrary goal we've set for ourselves and just see how far we are from it, and then start to feel like we're not good enough, or of course things don't happen easily for me, but the universe is like, start looking at all the other areas of your life, or how far you have come in your professional life or your financial life or even other areas of your life, and look at all that you have. The more you focus on it, the more abundance gets to grow financially or in other areas of your life. But also this is the other message that's coming through with this card is really that, again, your intuition holds the answers. The thing you're ignoring is the thing that's going to let you have more fun, go deeper with what you want, create this fertile ground, have all these lucky things happen for you, and create all this abundance in your life. You're going to have an overflow. You're going to have an excess. You're going to enter, when you do this, when you actually listen to what that nudge is internally that you've been fighting for so long or ignoring for so long, you're going to enter a new era of your life. You're like starting a new chapter. You're going to enter this eon of excess, but you got to listen. It's easy, I think, to listen to these readings and be like, oh, cool, the abundance is coming. Oh, cool, it's available to me. My love, it's always available to you. This is just guidance on what's kind of standing in your way or what you need to hear to motivate you to keep going, okay? That's the big secret. So everything you want is always available to you. How it might happen or how it might look, that differs from time to time and in the path you choose to take and if you choose to walk a path at all. So just because I'm telling you, like, there's all this abundance available to you, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. You have to, the universe is really stressing me, like, you have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your inner guidance, your intuition, your gut, whatever it is. I always say, like, your human design authority, whatever it is for you, whatever terms you like to use, you got to listen. Like, you might not know the whole plan, all right? You might not know every single step and how it's going to look and how it's going to play out to get to the abundance that you desire. But you know the next step or two you have to take. You know the next step, but you got to tune in and listen and then act on it. And it might be uncomfortable because if you want abundance you've never had before or in a way you've never had it, you're going to have to do something different than you've ever done before. You're going to have to be different than you've ever been before. So you got to listen to yourself. You got to tune in. You got to be willing to bet on yourself. You have to be willing to trust yourself. You have to be willing to trust the inner guidance. You have to be willing to take that step, to take that leap. It doesn't have to be big, but it has to be aligned with what feels right to you. So, again, asking yourself, what do I know is the next step? What do I know I should be doing, but I'm not doing? What feels aligned for me? What feels like the most exciting or aligned way for me to lighten up and have fun and deepen into my craft and my business and make that the goal instead of the money? See what answers come up. Journal on those questions. See what answers come up. and then honor your intuition to the best of your ability in each moment. And that's going to lead you to this eon of excess. But you got to listen. If you choose not to listen, the universe can't help you. You're blocking it. Because you are the creator of your reality. So if you decide, I'm not going to listen to myself, I'm not going to listen to the guidance that I know will get me to where I need to be deep down, okay, then you got to stay where you are. That's just the reality. Universe is coming in strong with it almost, I don't want to say this, it almost feels like the universe is tired of your excuses. And this is not in an accusing way. This is not in a harsh way. This is in a very loving way of like the universe, source, my collective especially, is coming in and saying, we know your potential, deck one. And you know your potential deep down. You're just not being willing to see it. So we're giving you some tough love. We're giving you a push because we want to see you live up to that potential. This life is too short to wait to admit that you are capable of so much more than what you're giving yourself credit for. Whew. They're just like, we want you to win. We want you to thrive. This is how you do it. Listen to yourself. You have the answers. Tune in and act on them. So let me know in the comments if that resonates. They're fiery today. Tell you that much. All right. Any more guidance? Anything else deck one can do to become more magnetic to money? I mean, but like what fun guidance though, deck one, right? Like, truly, all you got to listen to yourself, listen to what feels right to you or good to you, to allow yourself to play more and deepen into your craft and just fall more in love with what you do to make money, or fall in love with a new way of making money. Like, that's how fun. What a nice way to make money, right? What a nice way. It's not like, oh, go do a bunch of really painful healing work or anything like that. No, you're ready. You've done the hard work. Let it be fun. Let it be easy. Until you do that, you're going to keep staying stuck exactly where you are. Okay. Sometimes I give those harsh truths. You know, in this case, I got to be like, it's a channel. I'm a channel. It's not me. But I say that stuff too to my clients, to the people in my Wealth Vibe membership. And it's like, not always what people want to hear. In human design, I have the left angle cross of confrontation. So it's like, I will always hold that mirror up to you when you need that tough love to show you your potential. And that's what you need right now, deck one. So no, it's always said with love, but your time is now. Own it. Ooh, koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. So again, the universe is saying, trust yourself, trust me. I've got a plan. This is all, like you said, it's all working out. You're right on track. Everything's available to you to just pop. I'm getting in the next like 6 to 8 months. It doesn't have to be 6 months. It could be less than that. But like for most of you watching, it's going to take you some time to figure out, how do I play? How do I let go of the stories that say I can't just have fun? I got to be stressed about making the money or achieving this thing. The universe is saying it's going to take a little bit of time to for most of you to clear that, to find where that story is rooted in, to kind of release that. Time for things to line up as you actually start to honor your inner guidance and not stick your head in the sand around what you desire. But once you do that, once you start that, within 6 to 8 months, things will start to shift. If you're actually listening to your intuition and following it, and following that inner guidance and playing and having fun and deepening into your craft, like, then everything else gets to pop. So Spirit has a plan. Trust yourself and trust the universe. So making sure you're fostering more trust in yourself. That's how you listen to yourself better. Make sure you're also fostering trust in the universe. A way that I always talk about, because trust is one of those pillars that is so crucial to manifesting money. And again, it's this kind of these two areas of trust, trusting in yourself to be able to figure out whatever comes your way, trusting your inner guidance, and then also trusting yourself with the money that when it comes in, right? A lot of elements of trust around getting to and holding abundance. Then also trust in the universal sense, trust in God, in the universe, in your spirit guides, in your higher self, in whatever you want to call it. But there needs to be some sort of universal trust too, because you can't do it all yourself. So the universe is saying, give me the hard things. Give them to me, offer them to me, surrender them to me. Let me take care of the hard stuff. Let me take care of the stuff that you don't know how it's going to work out. And instead you just focus on continuing to do what you do, but do it with fun. Do it with lightheartedness. Do it because you like to do it, or because you want to find a way to fall deeper in love with it or challenge yourself. Do that. You focus on that. That'll keep you showing up in a really potent way in your career or whatever it is that you're doing. And let me handle bringing you the clients, or helping people find you, or putting the right job in front of you, right? Spirit has a plan. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Worry about what I said earlier. Your only job, right, is to have fun, to play and deepen and play and deepen. That's your only job. Listen to your intuition to find out how you can play and deepen. It's that simple. So I don't really feel like this was what I expected for your reading deck one. I don't know what I expected. But this was a lot more, like I said, some kind of tough love, some kind of gentle, loving nudge or push out of the nest almost. And the universe has one more message that's coming through, which is, don't sell yourself short. Don't pretend to know the extent of what you're capable of, because you don't know what you're capable of. You are capable of so much more than you can even imagine. You're capable of mastering things more than you can imagine. You are capable of achieving things more than you can imagine. You are capable of creating more wealth and abundance in your life than you can even imagine. So don't sell yourself short. Don't say, it doesn't get to be easy for me. I'm not good enough, or I don't know what to do. You're just like, don't. The phrase, that we hear a lot in the mindset and manifestation world is, don't argue for your limitations. Start to trust yourself and see how far you go. See how powerful you really are. Yeah, it's really beautiful. All right. As we wrap up your reading here, this is just one last reminder to go and enter the giveaway I'm doing for private reading for abundance with me. These are valued at $222 and typically not available outside of my Wealth Vibe membership. So definitely go enter. I would love to get to potentially do a free reading just for you, all around abundance and whatever questions you have about manifesting money or success in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below, letting me know what you took from this reading and how it resonated. I love getting to hear your thoughts on these readings. If you want to order your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before we go back into pre-order in the very near future here, like in just a week or two probably, then make sure you click the link below to go do that as well. You are, of course, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money if you're not already subscribed. And with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity. I'm wishing you massive trust in yourself, massive playfulness in your work, in your money. And I'm wishing you, of course, as always, so much abundance. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. You picked the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the Argonite crystal. This is going to be such a powerful reading. We're going to see what guidance the universe has to help you become more irresistible or magnetic to money. This might be what energies you can embody, what blocks you can work on removing, what actions you can take, maybe affirmations or practices or journaling prompts for you. We'll see what comes through. A very quick reminder before we dive in that I do not offer private readings to anyone outside of the Wealth Vibe membership, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me and asking for payment for readings. The only exception to where I offer private readings right now is the free giveaway I'm doing to celebrate the big publishing deal we just signed for the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. So if you want to enter to win that free private oracle reading for abundance from me, or if you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before we go back into pre-sale, before stock runs out, the links are in the description and in the pinned comment below. So with that being said, move your crystal out of the way and let's start shuffling. Let's get into your reading. Let's see, what does deck 2 need to hear or do in order to be more magnetic to money? What can deck 2 do to attract more abundance, to become a money magnet, to have money chase you, right? What can deck 2 do? This one and this one, I think. All right, what do we have here? We have the Alchemist. Okay, so the universe is saying there is a story or situation that is blocking your magnetism around money. And the good news is that it's something that's within your power to alchemize. So let's see what the other cards are, because maybe they have the guidance of what this situation is. Okay. I'm getting that this could be a mindset thing. I'm getting for most of you, it's going to be more of an actual situation in your life right now where you're in a position where you feel, or, well, you don't even feel it, you know that other people around you are looking at you like you don't know enough yet, or you aren't seasoned enough yet, or you aren't masterful enough yet at whatever it is that you are doing to make money, whether it's in your work, your career, your business, whatever it is. You can sense almost the judgment from others, or just the assumption that you need more skills, you need more knowledge, you need more wisdom, and you need to be more of something in order to be able to make the wealth you desire, be able to call it in. Yeah, there's people close to you, right? Could be coworkers, could be peers, could be your audience in your business, could be your family or friends. But you can sense that, like, that doubt in you almost, which kind of stings, is what I'm getting. The universe is saying that's what's blocking your abundance. And let's be clear, it is not that those people have the ability to block your abundance. Some of them might seem like they do because they might be maybe your boss and they're not promoting you or something like that. But money can come to you any which way. So they're not the ones blocking it. It's the fact that you are making it a reason. You're making their perception of you a reason why you can't have the abundance you desire. And like I said, there could be some legitimate reasoning for this, because it could be your boss who doesn't think that you have what it takes to be promoted, or, you haven't paid your dues or anything like that. So they might be blocking it in one way, but abundance can come to you so many different ways. But you've kind of, I'm getting a sense, have forgotten that maybe, or are just giving someone else, or many someone else's, way more power than you should, because you at any time can choose to see yourself differently and to choose to carry yourself as someone who knows what they're talking about, who is amazing at what they do. Even if you still have things to learn, guess what? The people who are masterful at what they do, they're still learning things. They're still growing. You never really get done with it. Even when you're the best at something, you can still master it more. You can still learn new perspectives of it. You're never done in any field, right? Like, you can always learn more. So the universe is saying it's time for you to alchemize and stop looking at yourself as like a student, right? Who's like, you're like, I'm still learning. I'm not good enough, right? Like, take that story and alchemize it into, I am only getting better. I am always getting better. I'm already amazing. Could be at what you do, just in general, the qualities you have. I am amazing because you are. You're innately magical. You have skills and things that come easily to you that don't come easily to others. Like, you are already amazing. But yes, you are still learning, and that is okay. That does not mean that you don't have what it takes. So what I'm getting at here, what the main message is, what the universe is trying to convey to you, is that this situation, it can feel like you're stuck and it's making you doubt yourself or tell the story of I can't have what I want. And that's shutting off your magnetism to money. That is putting a big old block, right, between you and the wealth you desire. Because when you start to tell that story, it bleeds into every area, right? It bleeds into your ability to win money, to receive money as gifts, for people to want to gift you things. Like you just put out this aura of I'm not enough in some way. And the universe says, okay, cool. That's what will reflect back to you. So the guidance that's coming through for you is wherever the story is of I'm not enough, I don't know enough, I don't have enough experience, I'm not far enough along, I haven't hit this milestone yet, I'm X amount of years old, whether it's I'm not young enough or I'm not old enough, right? Like I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough credentials. It's like whatever it is, you have to transmute that story and see where you are as a superpower, as a strength, as a reason why you are worthy of the wealth you desire. When you can do that, right? When you go, yeah, I'm still learning, but that means that I have a fresh perspective and that's incredibly valuable. Or, yeah, I'm still learning, but look at how fast I'm learning. And oh my gosh, yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But that means I have so much further I can go, right? Like that makes you an asset to a company. That makes you magnetic and confident to potential clients in your business. Like there is so much value in not knowing it all, right? So the universe is saying transmute the story you have that you've taken on probably from others and their assumptions or projections of you, and transmute it. Go, yeah, I'm still learning. And that's what makes me amazing. I can tell you, I will give you this. I want to give you this that I had to. This was just a few weeks ago that I worked through something similar for myself, where probably like a month or two ago, it was even doing these readings. Because I've only been doing these on YouTube. Like I've been doing readings for a long time, but I've only been really doing them publicly and on YouTube since November. Right now it's February. So just a few months. And as my channel started to kind of get some traction and my videos started getting more views, I had a lot of people tell me I wasn't good enough in the comments, that there were things about me they didn't like. And I've been in business long enough that I knew not to let those things land, but I let them land anyways a little bit. And what I had to do was I had to sit with things and go, is that true? Or is that just someone being triggered by me? And a lot of times that was the case. But occasionally there were things that people said that landed, that I was like, you know what? I could improve on that, or I could do that. And part of me had this old wound of like, I don't want to be perceived as not being perfect already. I don't want to be perceived as not being a master yet. But the truth is, I haven't been doing these YouTube readings for more than a couple months. And I know I'm incredibly good at them. Because again, I've been doing these off of YouTube for a long time. So I know I'm good at them. But I also know I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still perfecting my craft. And for a little bit, there was like a week or two, there was like some shame around that within me that I was working through. And my channel kind of stagnated for just a week or two while I was kind of sitting with this and feeling ashamed that I wasn't perfect, that there were things I wanted to improve on. But I flipped the script. I alchemized that story. And what I alchemized it to was, yeah, I'm still growing. I'm still improving. But that means that I'm incredibly courageous. Like what courage I have to show up and not be perfect at something and grow in the public eye. Wow, that is incredibly brave. That is incredibly strong. That is incredibly courageous of me. And I was patting myself on the back. And I was like, I get to be imperfect and growing. And most people are unwilling to do that. And it stops them from ever getting to where they want to go. But I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do it very publicly. And in celebrating that in myself, I alchemized that story. And that was when my channel started to take off. That's when one of our videos went over 20,000 views. Like that's when we've basically since November tripled the subscribers on this channel. So this isn't necessarily to brag, but this is to give you a real life example of when you give your power away to what other people think or say about you, and you start to agree with those things, or even if you don't agree, but you think, oh my gosh, well, if people think that, then I'm never going to get where I want, or blah, 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 then you've given your power away. And you're saying, take that power back. Take that power back. and flip the script and see whatever you think is a weakness or a deficiency as actually evidence of some other superpower, or a superpower in and of itself, a strength that's going to take you even further. Okay? So, then we have breath of abundance here. So the guidance that's coming through pretty strong here, and one of my guides just stepped forward as this card came up. And the guidance they're sharing for you here is that as you go about alchemizing whatever story you have about not being enough, right, into being more than enough, as you go about alchemizing it, don't rush, right? Because in alchemizing this story, you're going to naturally kind of turn on your magnetism around money, right? Like you kind of flip that switch on and you start like kind of pulling it in, and people become attracted to you because they're like, wow, they're so confident. Wow. They're so impressive, because the way we see ourselves and we project that outward and radiate that, that's how other people start to see us a lot more. So that'll naturally make you more magnetic, but the universe is saying don't rush, right? Don't rush to be there. The universe is saying don't bypass or take any shortcuts or ignore any healing that needs to happen in order for you to alchemize the situation. And also don't be so in such a hurry to get to the abundance you desire. Now, the reason that the universe is saying this, reason one of my guides is saying this very strongly, is because there's some sort of opportunity for money to come to you in an even better way or greater amount than you could have imagined and than you can foresee right now. And if you are just rushing toward it, you're not going to see that opportunity. You're going to miss it. It doesn't mean it won't come back around again. I'm personally a believer of things kind of that are meant for us can't really miss us, but or we keep getting opportunities to connect with the things that are meant for us or that we desire. But there's something coming up here. I'm seeing honestly within like 2 months for you, deck 2. Within the next 2 months, there's something that, especially as you transmute this, as you alchemize this, something really cool is going to come. You're going to magnetize it to you is what's going to happen. You're going to magnetize a really cool opportunity to you. But if you're moving too fast to just to try to prove people wrong, or I'm going to get there because I want to be there now, you're going to miss the opportunity. So abundance can keep flowing to you. Okay, abundance can keep increasing. This isn't saying you have to wait 2 months or anything like that. It's possible that your abundance can keep increasing along the way, but some sort of really big, cool opportunity is coming for you as you switch on this magnetism. If you do this, if you flip this story and don't let other people's stories take you out of your power. As long as you do that, then within 2 months, there's going to be some really cool opportunity, but you got to be willing to not rush or make money happen on the timeline or in the way you think it should happen. It's a little bit of letting go there, a little bit of surrendering, right? Which that topic came up in our last deck. So again, I think we maybe need a reading soon on how to surrender around money, how to not stress about it, how to not control it, how to be okay letting it ebb and flow in your life. Let me know if you want that. Let me know in the comments if you want a reading around surrender around money. This is something I really had to master, especially last year. That was my word of the year. Last year was surrender. And oh boy, was that a lesson in the journey. So we could definitely do a reading on that. Okay, it's also something we talk about in my Absolute Abundance Transmissions offer. If you want to learn how to tap into the frequency of surrender and power and mastery and love around money, that's available in the comments below, or in the description and pinned comment. Okay, what other cards do we have for deck 3, or deck 2? My apologies. That's your other card. All right. Okay, this is so perfect. Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. And Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. So, my loves, deck 2. You can overcome any obstacle, okay? And the more that you shift, again, this is just kind of confirmation of like, the more that you shift this story, this narrative of how people see you, and you change it, you go, I'm going to choose how I see myself, you're going to be unstoppable. You'll be able to overcome any obstacle, right? And even the people that were your biggest critics are likely going to become, maybe not your biggest fans, maybe they will be, but less judgmental, to be like, oh, well, I kind of was wrong about that person. And we have starfish spirit, so open to infinite possibility. So the universe is saying, honestly, which is really cool, the way that you can start to alchemize this story is by opening the infinite possibility. But when I say it's like what's coming through is like daydreaming, using your imagination, right? I'm specifically getting like take time to visualization if that resonates with you. If not, that's okay. Scripting could work for you, but just taking time, like a few minutes each day, 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes a day, where you just kind of set a timer and you just let your mind, you just consciously guide your mind, because if you let your mind drift, it'll just drift back to old stories, right? But consciously guide your mind to just daydream about like what it's gonna feel like to have transmuted the story, to know how much of a badass you are, really. And then daydream about that version of you. What's possible for them? Not like everything is possible. The sky's the limit, right? And so daydreaming about that, fantasizing about like, oh man, as I continue to transmute this, oh, this is how I'm gonna feel, and blah blah. And just by getting clear on how that's gonna feel, what doors might open up for you, just using your imagination, you'll naturally start to see yourself this way, right? So it's almost like the cure, what is it? The answer, the work is the cure kind of thing, like the answer's in the cure. So it's just like the medicine is the answer in this case, right? So it's like, see yourself as you want others to see you. Visualize what that life is like for you when others see you that way, and you'll start to see yourself that way if you're doing this regularly. So just kind of like some embodiment work, some future self work. We do a lot of this in my Wealth Vibe membership, so you're welcome to join us in there if you want support for that. That link is below. Let's grab another card or so for you. I feel like it's this one. Ooh, I feel like another one for you too. There we go. This came out fast. You're kind of ready to go. I feel like you're sick of being stuck here. You're sick of people telling you what you can or can't do or have, or that you're not far enough along yet in some shape or form, or you're not enough in some way. Like, you were saying, screw the rules. Okay, screw the rules. Deck 2. This is like the biggest thing I had to learn on my journey with money, is like there's no real rules around money. Okay? There's no real rules around it. People will tell you there are rules, especially in business, but even in work, in different industries. People will tell you there's a way you have to go about building a business. There's a way that you have to wait X amount of years before you can make this amount of money in this career, or you can't make X amount of money doing that thing, or like people like to tell you what they think the rules are, but that's just the thing. It's what they think the rules are. It's their rules that they're playing by, okay? You don't have to play by other people's rules. You got to make your own rules. This is one of the biggest things I had to learn. It was like, there are no actual rules. People, my husband always likes to see, he's like, no one actually really knows what they're doing. We're all just kind of guessing at it. And we're all playing by these made up arbitrary guidelines for how we think money has to behave, because this is how it behaves for most people. So therefore it's going to behave this way for me. Not if you choose differently. Not if you choose differently. And the people who are willing to choose differently and question the rules, right? You can bend the rules. You can know where to push them or break them. You can throw them out entirely. It's like there's a balance to walk to sometimes, but it's like when the people who are willing to question what they've been told about how money has to work, or what's available to you in certain careers or industries or anything like that, or the way you have to go about making money or building a business, it's like the people who are willing to question that and know that it's not an absolute truth, that it's not a fixed rule of the universe, that money happens just in that only way. Like, the people who are willing to question that are the people who can make so much more money in a way that feels so much better to them than what they've been taught is possible. So that's what the universe wants to share with you, is like, question the rules, open to infinite possibility. In doing this work of what we talked about, of transmuting this story, transmuting, like not letting how people see you affect how you see yourself, or how you carry yourself, or what you think is possible for you. When you can throw that out and just be like, screw it, I'm amazing, and I'm going to own that I'm amazing because life is too short to not, and I'm too amazing to not, and I deserve not to sell myself short. When you can fully just own how amazing you are, and how wherever you are is good enough and more than enough, and it's actually always working to your benefit, you're going to quickly step into more leadership. You're going to command more respect. People are going to see you as so much wiser than they did before. You're going to, I wouldn't be surprised if those of you in a job get some sort of promotion to some sort of leadership position, some sort of managerial role. I wouldn't be surprised if you're in business, you're building like a personal brand, that you become a leader in your industry, or you have a lot more authority or clout. Like, it just is going to shift so quickly for you. And it's going to feel like it shifts overnight is what I'm getting as well. This will happen fast. Again, maybe in the next 2-ish months, right? Like, it's ready to pop, okay? Like I said, like, I feel that energy of you're done waiting. And good, because the universe is like, good, let's go. Let's go. Just don't hurry, because it's happening. It's happening quickly, deck 2, so don't get impatient. The universe has a plan. Just like, be intentional as you move forward, right? Ooh, and then we have ritual with sweet corn. So, having some sort of ritual. Ooh, this is really cool guidance that's coming through. Create some sort of ritual, deck 2. That's what you're being guided to. This is the guidance to really unlock that magnetism around money, to really make you just so attractive to money. It's like, yeah, shift that story, right? But here's the saying, create some sort of ritual that you do. I'm getting weekly. You could do it more frequently, or you could just do it with, like, I'm getting like with the moon cycles, but the universe is saying create a ritual where you connect to your power. Create a ritual where you connect to your power. So whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like to you, I would recommend, I see you doing this at night. I see you doing this like in a very safe space, probably your home. But a ritual, and doesn't have to be complicated, but where you create a sacred space that you almost open up a portal to, you know, your next level self, your higher self, whatever it is that you want to call it or connect with. But you connect with a more powerful aspect of yourself to remind yourself of the power that you carry. And doing that, I could see some of you doing this with some candle magic. I could do some mirror magic, honestly. I could see some of you doing this. I like to work with sigils a lot. In terms of, I'm going down the more witchcrafty path right now. It doesn't have to be, it could be a meditation you do once a week, right? Like something like that, but having some sort of practice or ritual that you do where it's a very sacred and intentional thing. I'm getting just like 5 to 15 minutes, at least maybe 30. It doesn't have to be long. Whatever feels right to you, but having some sort of ritual where you're connecting with your power, and almost, I'm just getting like, once you've connected with your power, where you radiate that power out, like see it as energy or light coming off of you. Feel your power like overflowing and like just rippling off of you and expanding out past you and calling in money to you. Doing that's going to really increase your money magnetism. So that's a really cool practice. It's also just going to, again, continue to help you shift into your power and to carrying that energy wherever you go, which is going to just completely transform things. So it's really, really cool, really potent guidance there. So as we wrap up your reading here, this is just one last reminder to go and enter the giveaway that I'm doing for a private reading for abundance with me. These are valued at $222 and typically are not available outside of the Wealth Vibe membership. So definitely go enter. I would love to get to potentially do a reading just for you, all around abundance, and be able to channel answers to whatever questions you have about manifesting money or success in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading and how it resonated. I love getting to hear your thoughts on these readings. That's some of the most fun I have with these videos. If you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before we go back into pre-sale soon, probably in just the next couple weeks, then you can find the link to do that in the description and in the pinned comment below. You're also welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money if you are not already subscribed. With all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity, massive confidence in who you are and what you're capable of, and so much abundance. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. You picked the Spirit Animal Oracle and the Citrine Crystal. This is going to be such a powerful reading. We're going to see what guidance the universe has to help you become more magnetic or irresistible to money. So this might be what energy you can embody, what blocks you can work on removing, what actions you can take, maybe affirmations, practices, journaling prompts for you. We'll see what comes up. A very quick reminder before we dive in that I do not currently offer private readings to anyone outside of the Wealth Vibe membership, so please be aware of anyone in the comments or other social media platforms pretending to be me and asking for payment for readings. The only exception to where I offer private readings right now is the free giveaway that I'm currently doing to celebrate the big publishing deal that we just signed for the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. So if you want to enter to win that free private reading, or if you want to grab your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before we go back into pre-sale in the next couple weeks here, then the links for both of those are in the description and in the pinned comment below. So with that being said, we'll move your crystal out of the way and we're going to start shuffling and dive right into your reading here. So let's see, what does deck 3 need to hear or do in order to become more magnetic to money? Right? What do you need to hear or do to be more magnetic to money? I feel like there's at least one more for you. I feel like your energy is just ready to pop. Pile 3. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you're already like pretty magnetic to money. You might not see yourself that way, but I'm already picking up on like this really fun, really juicy, really attractive energy. Like I'm drawn into it. So that's pretty cool. But we'll see what you need to do to up that or really switch it on or to see it in yourself, right? Truth is we're all like capable of being magnetic to money. It's just a matter of like figuring out what's getting in our way of it, right? What we can do to enhance it. Okay. All right, so right off the bat, we have Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter. This is like, it's really straightforward, and it's really straightforward guidance. This could apply to your mindset, right? Could apply to your mindset. It could apply to the stories you tell yourself. Clear out the limiting beliefs. I get the sense it's more literal. Like, go on a cleaning spree. Clean your house. There's a lot of different teachings out there that tell us that cleaning, decluttering our living spaces, or even like our computers, our email, right? Things like that, like decluttering, taking the clutter out of our lives opens up more space for abundance and money to flow into your life, right? And I have found this to be true. I am someone, I don't like cleaning. It's not my favorite thing. But when I do clean, I clean with a vengeance and I will clean so much. And it's funny because my husband and I now have gotten to this point with cleaning where we get excited after we clean. We're like, we're going to make so much money. We're going to see a huge influx of money. And pretty much always we do. Some of that could be kind of, that self-fulfilling prophecy of like, law of assumption. Like we assume it's happening and we assume that's already done. So it is. But I do feel like a lot of it is really just like clearing out the junk because physically it's taking up space in your life, but it's more of the energetics of it. It's like the more physical stuff or the more clutter you have, electronic or physical, the more mentally you're cluttered, the less focused you are for the most part, right? So the universe is saying this is something you can do to increase your money magnetism. Is like go clean. This is your sign. Go do some cleaning. It's not quite spring yet when this video is posted, but we're getting close to it. So go do some early spring cleaning. Like get a jump on it and jump like a frog. Start clearing out the clutter and see that's already, it's like what an easy, straightforward thing. Ooh, we also have Parrot Spirit, watch your words. So again, like I said, this might be some mindset for you to work on as well, right? Of like clearing out all the old stories and language that you use and the stories you tell around money, right? So get rid of phrases like, I can't afford that, I'm broke, money's hard to make, like that sort of stuff. Just watch. A book that I'm being guided to suggest to you, if you like to read, self-development books and stuff like that, is A Complaint-Free World. I can't remember the author, but if you just Google A Complaint-Free World book, you'll find the book. And it is, I could probably put a link for it also in the description below. I read this book right around the time I was starting my business, and I was still in my day job, and it's insane how much we complain, and especially around money. And all of that stuff, like our words have power. Our words carry energy. And they also, our words are a reflection of our inner state, and they also program our inner state. It's like this kind of vicious cycle. So truly, watch your words. Stop complaining about money. Stop complaining about it being difficult. That's repelling the money you want, right? So if you want to up your money magnetism, become irresistible to money. I just saw 333, so this is beautiful confirmation for you. If you want to become irresistible to money, clear out the physical clutter, the literal sense of clutter, and also clear out the mental sense of clutter. Clear out the complaints around money. Clear out watch what you say about money. What you say has power, okay? Then we also have electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. So I'm getting the sense that this is going to be something you do after these two pieces of guidance, right? So after you spend, the first thing is like, just go clean a little bit. 15 minutes. You'd be surprised how much you can clean out of your life in 15 minutes. So just go through your inbox if you're like me and you have a million emails in there, and just archive them or get rid of them or respond to whatever ones. It's like, just see what you can do in 15 minutes. Could be physically too. Like go through your closet, throw out or donate clothes you haven't worn in 2 years, right? Just go do that first. And then start, kind of the deeper work is watching your words, rewiring how you think and what you say about money on the regular. And then start, as you do this, you're probably going to start to have more ideas that occur to you, more like creative ideas, more inspiration. You might already be a very creative and inspired person. You'll just get more of that. But whether this is something for you to start now, or like I said, for most of you, I think it'll happen in a couple weeks, where you're going to start to feel more of this pull to bring more of your ideas to more of your creative ideas. And when I say creative, this could be art, it could be writing, it could be music. It could also be starting a business, or it could be, innovating in some way, or just doing some of your creating something, right? Even if you're I just feel like gardening. I don't know why. It's start looking into how to start a garden this spring. Or just growing plants on your windowsill inside, right? Start looking at how can you create more. Bring your creations to life. Bring your ideas to life. Start acting on the things that interest you. And I'm getting that this could be around money, but it could also just be interests, hobbies, right? Like I said when I was shuffling, I already get the sense that most of you watching this are already pretty magnetic to money. The first 2 decks we did in this reading, decks 1 and 2, were much heavier with there were energies they had to shift, there were mindsets they had to shift, there were people's projections they had to clear. For you, deck 3, you're already pretty magnetic to money. The money might already be flowing, and now you can do these things to increase that flow. Or if it's really not flowing how you want, it's so close, it's just you're just keeping it at arm's length when you aren't doing these things, right? But it's if you clear out the clutter, you watch your words, then it's start acting on the things that bring you joy. That's what I'm getting. Start creating in whatever way you feel called to. It's funny because often people will listen to these readings, or they've engaged with my work at some point in the past 5 years, right, of running this business. And I'll often tell people that in order to get to the money you want, you just have to in each moment do what feels best to you, do what feels aligned to you, do what excites you. And I understand that many of us have jobs or financial restraints, so we don't feel like we can do what we want each moment, but it's what are your options that are available to you in each moment? And just do that thing that feels the best in each moment that is available to you, right? So it's if you're I'm at a day job all day, I can't just go travel the world and that's what feels best to me. It's well, no, but within the context of you being in your job all day, what feels good to do for the next 5 minutes? Can you work on one part of your job rather than the other that you enjoy more? Can you go for a walk and take a break if that's what feels best? Can you power through and get something done if that's what feels... It's the path to what you want is by doing what feels good. And I cannot stress this enough, but people watch these readings or hear me say that and they get very triggered and they say, no, Taylor, it can't be. I can't just do what I want. How does me gardening make me money? I say that in that really taunting voice because everything is connected. Everything is connected. And when it's very easy to compartmentalize money. I get it because it's this external thing and it's this quantifiable thing. But the way money can come to you, like if you think it's just through your work or your business, you are now so much less likely to magnetize money to you because you are cutting yourself off to all the infinite ways it can come to you. And beyond that, if you do things that make you happy outside of your work, you're probably going to show up and be a better person at work and be more enjoyable to be around for your coworkers and your bosses, to be more magnetic to your clients, to your potential clients if you run a business, right? Like, you're just going to be more magnetic in general because you're happier because you're doing the things you want to do. Instead of going, oh, I got to push, I got to hustle, like, that won't make me money. Like, stop worrying about the money for a minute and you'll probably make more money. That's how it works. And I say this from personal experience. I say this from working with people I've worked with thousands of people to help them make more money in a way that feels good to them. And I'm telling you, Deck 3, you are so magnetic to money already. Let yourself be magnetic to money. That's really what it comes down to. It's like a catch-22. It's like sure, clear out some clutter, watch your words. These are relatively easy things to do. This is probably most challenging, but it's very surface level. This isn't about healing beliefs so much. This is more just about like, let's rewire your speech to rewire your brain, right? And rewire your energy. But then it's like, start just doing the things you want to do. Have fun. Have fun. Life's too short to not have fun. Just have fun. Create the things you want to create. Maybe those are things that can be directly monetized. Maybe they're not, but either way, they're going to lead to more abundance because you're going to be more magnetic to money. That's really what it comes down to. All right, let's pull from our next deck. I could talk about that all day, but the universe is saying, you've said enough. They get it. Do what makes you happy, Deck 3. Okay, this one's calling me. I'm going to get at least one more for you. There it is. Okay. All right, so we have hope with daffodil, and we have happiness with majorum. So, confirmation. Do what makes you happy. Have fun. But the universe is also saying, just some kind of further guidance on this, is that as you create the things you want to create, as you do the things you want to do, the things that feel good to you, the things that make you happy, as you do that more, Deck 1, and you just prioritize that happiness, you're gonna feel more hopeful, but you're also going to start to see more reasons to be hopeful, especially around abundance. And I'm going to pull another card. I want some clarity on this. I want to know what you're feeling hopeful about. Okay. What is Deck 3 going to feel hopeful about? It's almost like I'm getting like this is a promise from the universe. Like you prioritize happiness, you're going to start feeling more hopeful about something, and I want to know what that is. Focus. Oh, you're going to know more of... Okay. This is focus with stock. You're going to know more clearly as you create more of what you want to create. You focus on happiness. And just being happy and doing the things that make you happy, whether they're within work or outside of work or anything like that, related to money or not. You're going to start to feel more hopeful that you finally have more focus, you have more clarity on kind of like your life's purpose or your life's path or what your soul is here to do. I get the sense that, what I'm being shown right now is that it's like I'm seeing a curtain being pulled back. And I get the sense you already have an idea of what you're here to do and what you're meant to do, but you don't have total clarity on it, or you don't know what a direction. Like there's just deeper clarity you can get around it. And so oftentimes we think if we don't have clarity, we have to sit there and obsess about it. Figure out like, what am I supposed to do? What's my life's purpose? What's the career that's going to make me the most money, right? The universe is saying it's like, the more you just do what makes you happy, it's so freaking simple. The more you just do what makes you happy, the more clear it's going to become to you what you actually are here to do and what you want to do, what your soul wants to do, what the most lucrative path to wealth is going to be for you. It's all tied into one for you, by the way. So you're going to start to have that clarity and have that focus. And it's going to kind of renew you. And having that focus is going to just increase the magnetism of money, right? It's just going to increase the money magnetism that you have. Just going to like double it, 10 times it even for some of you. You're just going to become even more magnetic when it's like you're already magnetic, but when you start doing what you want, it's going to give you clarity on what you actually are here to do, what your bigger mission is in this life, whether that's on a soul level or just in a career and impact level. And when you have that clarity, you're going to move with such more purpose, like much more purpose. You're moving with intention, with power, with this undeniable magnetism. Because so many people are going through their lives not knowing really what they're here to do or what they want to do even, right? Like so many people struggle to find their passion in life. They struggle to find what they feel like is a purpose in life. And you're going to find that more. I get the sense again that you already know some of this, but you're going to know it even deeper, and you're going to know how to move toward it more powerfully and intentionally. And as you do that, you are going to become so attractive to people, to money, to everything you want. You're going to become this magnetic person that, when people say they have the it factor, like that's where a lot of this comes from. You're going to cultivate and see like this kind of it factor just like bubble up from you, from the depths of you, as you start to do what makes you happy more, because you're going to start to figure out what you actually want or what your purpose is. And it's going to give you this really clear focus and direction in life. And as you move toward it, you're just like, you're going to light up rooms. You're going to be undeniable. You're going to be irresistible. You're going to be magnetic. And like I said, this is to money, but this is also to people. Okay. This is also to people. And again, money flows through people, but like I'm also talking relationships here is what's coming through too. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you're in a relationship, if that gets an upgrade, if it improves insanely, if you are not in some sort of romantic relationship, that you start to find a lot more prospects and a lot more interest, maybe the relationship of your dreams. If you're not interested in that kind of romantic relationship, I see this very much as like just fame too, just notoriety. And fame too can mean so many different things. It doesn't have to mean like actual celebrity. It could mean just, recognition in your field or whatever it is. But I get like this rock star vibe is what I'm getting. Like once you actually start letting yourself just do what makes you happy, and trust that indirectly or directly, it'll lead you to more of this focus, to this clarity for your life. And that's going to allow you to just be so much more intentional in how you move through life and so much more focused. And people are just going to fall in love with that. And they're going to be like, take my money and also take me, like it's just, you're like a force of nature, deck 3. You're unstoppable then. That's really cool. I don't know that I've had that come through on a reading before, at least not one of these general readings where it's just like, ooh, rock star energy unlocking for you. All right. Any last guidance for deck 3 from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck on how to become more magnetic to money? I feel like it's one of these cards. Maybe both of them. Yeah, it's both of them. Okay, so we have, yes, of course we do. We have Bountiful Blessings. Bountiful Blessings tells us everything is lining up for you. Everything is lining up for you. Deck 3. The universe is like putting everything neatly in front of you in just like this beautiful line, this row right in front of you. I'm really seeing like almost like balls of light, like in this woman's necklace, but like balls of light of all these amazing opportunities, just one right after the other, like in this path in front of you. And it's just lined them all up, and you just go whoosh. You're like I'm almost like Pac-Man, right? Like just whoosh. Maybe that's a confirmation or a sign to some of you with Pac-Man, but I'm being shown like Pac-Man just going through and just gobbling up all these opportunities, just absorbing them, activating them all. And it's just like everything's being lined up, but you're saying you have to take those bold steps. You have to take the steps together, and those steps are following what makes you happy. That's it. It's that simple for you, deck 3. You're already a money magnet. You just have to let yourself be one, right? So there's so many blessings available to you. They're all lining up. It's like it's already there, basically. It's like this is all pretty instantaneous, is what I'm getting as soon as you actually start letting yourself do the things that make you happy. That's something that can take some deconditioning work, though. It can take some work to release the stories, especially I'm getting if you're someone who, you're like, I have to always be working so hard to make more money. The universe is like, it doesn't have to be that hard. You just have to follow what makes you happy. But oftentimes what makes us happy, it doesn't feel hard, right? So this is where we have a big disconnect in our society around money of whenever we're trying to make money, we think it has to be hard or arduous or a struggle or sacrifice. And the universe is like, no. And especially for you, deck 3, like it's the path to money is the happiness, like the path to the money you want. It's like, just follow your bliss, create what you want, bring your creations to life. And it's just like, you'll just take off. You'll get so much more clarity on your direction and you'll be able to, like, that's the step you have to take, right? That's the bold step is following what makes you happy. That's really hard to do. It's simple in theory, but hard in practice with the way we're kind of programmed in our society, especially when it comes to money. But this is that permission slip, right? And of course, do it in whatever way makes sense for you. This isn't to say go quit your job and go, try to become a movie star overnight and expect the money to flow in. Maybe it will, if that's what's right for you. But maybe it's more just, I started taking painting classes after work. And then that led me to meet somebody who had this opportunity for me and I took it and I realized this is what I want to do. And so I jump into that career and now all of a sudden I have 6 times my income. Like, you never know, right? And then we have sacred stillness, right? So again, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. This is maybe if there's any story for you to really release, it's that money has to be hard to make, that it can't feel good to make, that you can't make money doing what you love. That's absolute BS, especially for you, deck 3. So letting yourself get really still and curious about what makes you happy. I'm getting probably like a daily meditative practice or just a daily check-in with yourself to be like, what really lights me up? What makes me happy? You could journal on those prompts too. But really just sitting with that each day and just reflecting on like, how can I maximize my happiness today? To the best of my ability, right? Even if you got to go to a job you hate all day, what can you do on your lunch break to make your lunch break just that much more enjoyable, to make that a highlight of your day, to bring a little more happiness in than you normally do? Where can you find those pockets for happiness, right? Like sitting in stillness in the beginning of your morning, like just 5 minutes to just tune in either inwardly with your intuition or just journal this out and just be like, how can I bring a little bit more happiness to my life today? How can I prioritize a little bit more happiness today, right? So that's really exciting. This is really cool energy to see, deck 3. You're like there. You're already really attractive to money. You're already a money magnet. You gotta let yourself be one. It doesn't have to be hard. It gets to be easy. Now, as we wrap up your reading, just one last reminder to go enter the giveaway that I'm doing for a private oracle reading for abundance with me. These are valued at $222 and typically not available outside of my Wealth Vibe membership. So definitely go enter. I would love to get to potentially do a free reading just for you, all around abundance, and to channel any guidance that you need to answer whatever questions you have about manifesting money or success in your life. That'd be so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading and how it resonated. I love getting to hear your thoughts on these videos. It's so fun for me to get to connect with you. It helps me kind of also know what to do more videos on in the future. That'll help you the most. If you want to, like I said, enter the giveaway or get your own copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck before we go back into pre-sale and it's no longer available for purchase for a while and you'd have to pre-order and wait for it to ship for a while. If you want to get in on either of those, right? Getting your own deck or the giveaway. The links for those are both in the description and in the pinned comment below. You are also welcome, if you're not already subscribed, to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, channeled messages, and other spiritual tips and tools for manifesting money. And with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance. I'm wishing you so much happiness and joy and just so many blessings. It's all happening for you, deck 3. This is really beautiful, light, fun energy. So wishing you all of that and more, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.